Welcome, virtual friends. Let's be real, staying in one lane won't get you to where you want to go. Let's be real, staying in one lane won't get you to where you want to go. A growth mindset is like GPS for life. It keeps you from getting stuck in the same old loop. If we don't want to stagnate, we need to learn to shift gears and take on new roads. We all wear a lot of hats, sometimes way too many if you ask me. And keeping everything in check without losing control can be tough. That's why we need to build a mindset that helps us face challenges head-on, find the positives, and learn from whatever life throws our way. A growth mindset says we can do better, and we will do better. It's all about balancing our chaotic lives without losing our cool when things go sideways or when the clock laughs in our face and says there's not enough time today. Now let me share some personal experience. I'm juggling more roles than ever. Honestly, I should have taken up juggling as a career. Maybe fire juggling, who knows? But I digress. I'm a tutor, a homeowner, and a self-employed hustler. And trust me, some days it feels like all my hats are plotting a coup. What keeps me in the game? A little hope and a whole lot of growth mindset. So let's see how we can balance all these roles without them ganging up on us and draining our energy like a pack of relentless deadlines. Buckle up, we've got this. One, progress over perfection. Let's start with a big one, perfectionism. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect before making a move, you'll be waiting forever. Trust me, I used to be that person. When I first started tutoring, I obsessed over every slide, every sentence. It all had to be flawless. But here's the truth I discovered. Perfection is a fairy tale. What truly matters is progress. This reminds me of Aesop's fable, The Crow and the Pitcher. In the story, a thirsty crow comes across a pitcher with only a little water in it. The water is too low for the crow to drink. Instead of giving up, the crow starts dropping pebbles into the pitcher, one by one. Slowly, the water rises, and eventually the crow can quench its thirst. The lesson? Even small actions can lead to big results over time. Just like the crow, if you focus on making steady progress, even if it's small, you'll eventually reach your goal. Whether I'm mentoring or managing property, I remind myself that every little improvement counts, no matter how small. Did you learn something new today? Did you make progress in some way? That's what matters. Perfection is overrated. The real goal is consistent improvement, pebble by pebble, just like the crow. 2. Fuel your mind with healthy habits. Now let's talk about something we often overlook when building a growth mindset: healthy eating and sleep. You might be wondering, what do food and sleep have to do with mindset? Well, they have everything to do with it. I've been there, pulling all-nighters, juggling work, school schedules, lesson planning, tenant problems, and business calls. In those moments, it's easy to grab junk food or sacrifice sleep. But here's the fact: your mind can only be as strong as the fuel you give it. When you get enough sleep and eat well, your brain functions better. You can think more clearly, solve problems faster, and have more energy throughout the day. On the days when I've had 7-8 hours of solid sleep and nourishing food, I'm sharper, more focused, and much more resilient. It's like giving your brain the fuel it needs to tackle obstacles. So if you're serious about developing a growth mindset, don't cut corners on sleep and pay attention to what you're putting into your body. You wouldn't put low-grade fuel in a sports car, right? Think of your mind the same way. When you take care of it, you'll notice a dramatic shift in your productivity and your ability to overcome challenges. 3. Change failure to feedback. Now let's tackle a big one: failure. I like to think of failure as feedback. Let me share a quick story. I remember being so excited to launch one of my online tutoring lessons, convinced it was going to be a hit. But when it went live, tech issues ruined the experience. At first, I felt defeated. But then I realized this wasn't the end. It was just feedback, teaching me what not to do next time. That's when it clicked. Failure only becomes failure if you stop trying. This reminds me of Aesop's fable, The Fox and the Grapes. In the story, a fox tries to reach some high-hanging grapes. After many unsuccessful attempts, he gives up, walking away muttering that the grapes were probably sour anyway. Yes, I know I keep mentioning this story, but it makes my point so much clearer. The lesson here isn't about sour grapes. It's about how the fox saw his failure and decided to quit. He didn't try to find another solution. He didn't learn from it. If the fox had viewed his failure as feedback, he could have tried a different approach or found a way to reach those grapes. But instead, he let failure define the outcome. Whether it's a tenant backing out at the last minute or a business idea that doesn't pan out, remember, failure only becomes failure if you stop trying. Instead, use it as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? When you shift your mindset this way, setbacks turn into stepping stones, not roadblocks. Four, surround yourself with growth-minded people. Let's talk about your people, the people you hang out with. Because here's the truth, your mindset is contagious. If you're surrounded by people who have a fixed mindset, guess what? You'll start to see the world the same way. But if you surround yourself with people who are growth-oriented, suddenly everything changes. I have a few friends who are also self-employed, and let me tell you, the energy is different when we brainstorm or share ideas. We challenge each other, we push each other, and we hold each other accountable. Find those people who inspire you, who push you to grow. Because when you're surrounded by the right people, anything feels possible. Five, embrace challenges as learning opportunity. Now let's talk about challenges, because if you're trying to grow, you're going to hit some bumps along the way. And I'm not just talking about slow Wi-Fi when I'm trying to teach. I'm talking about the bigger challenges. People with a fixed mindset see challenges and think, why me? But those with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn. The more you lean into challenges, the more resilient you become. In Aesop's fable, The Oak and the Reeds, a mighty oak tree boasts about its strength, while the small reeds nearby bend and sway in the wind. When a huge storm comes, the rigid oak stands firm against the wind, but eventually snaps and falls, while the flexible reeds bend with the storm and survive. The lesson? Resilience doesn't come from avoiding challenges, but from learning how to adapt and grow through them. Like the reeds, if you can learn to bend with the challenges life throws at you, rather than resist them, you'll come out stronger on the other side. For me, if I can manage a property, handle tenant issues, and tutor a dozen kids in one day, I can tackle just about anything. So the next time you face a challenge, don't shy away from it. Lean into it and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? You'll be surprised how much you can grow by tackling challenges head-on. Six, develop a love for learning. Now, this is key. If you want to cultivate a growth mindset, you need to fall in love with learning. And no, I don't mean hitting the books like we're back in school. I mean staying curious, always seeking out new knowledge, and never assuming you know it all. Be it starting a new job, course, or side hustle. You will need to keep learning. Learning doesn't have to be a chore, it's an opportunity. The more you embrace it, the more doors you'll open in your life and career. So, what can you learn today that will make you a better version of yourself tomorrow? Seven, master the phrase, I am getting there. This next one is all about mindset shifts. Start telling yourself, I am getting there. Anytime you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, swap it with, I'm getting there. I remember when I started managing properties. There were things I absolutely didn't know how to do. But instead of saying, I can't do this, I would tell myself, I'm getting there. It reminded me that I'm on a journey, and every day I'm closer to mastering it. So the next time you catch yourself in a negative headspace, remember, you're getting there. You might not have it all figured out now, but you're on your way. Bonus: be patient with your journey. And finally, patience. Growth takes time, and honestly, it can be frustrating as heck when you don't see immediate results. Whether it's building up your business, a new job or role, taking a course, starting an online venture, or side hustle, there are days when it feels like you're barely making a dent. Progress isn't always obvious. It reminds me of Aesop's fable, The Crow and the Bamboo Tree. The crow planted a bamboo seed and waited, checking the soil every day, feeling disappointed when nothing seemed to happen. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. But the crow didn't give up. It kept watering the seed and tending to the soil. Then suddenly, after almost a year of what seemed like no progress, the bamboo shot up, growing several feet in just a few days. The lesson here? Growth is happening, even when you can't see it. Just like planting seeds, you won't see sprouts right away. But if you keep watering and nurturing them, one day, boom! You've got a full-blown garden. So be patient with yourself, your process, and your journey. Every little bit of effort counts, even when the results aren't visible yet. There you have it, how to cultivate an unstoppable growth mindset. It's all about focusing on progress over perfection, fueling your body and brain with healthy food and sleep, seeing failure as feedback, surrounding yourself with the right people, embracing challenges, loving the learning process, reminding yourself that you're getting there, and being patient with yourself. If you're ready to unlock your growth mindset and crush your goals, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who could use a boost. Let's keep growing together. Have a fabulous day.